Coming to you live from the JRE Tobacco Aladino Mobile Studios, it's the Cigar Pulpit.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another sermon from the Cigar Pulpit. I'm Christian Bird Nick, and with me via Zoom, it's Nick Gervais, owner of My Monthly Cigars and fucking good coffee. How you doing, Nick?
Good, man. Just get my Jersey Shore fist pump going.
I was
Remember
gonna
those?
say, well, you know, I mean, yeah, you're jazzed by the music because it's been a while since you've heard it. It's been a while since you've been on. I mean, I was gonna start with the Cigar Authority music, but I
Yeah.
figured, you know,
I would have felt more at home, more at
More at
ease,
home,
much
I
more
was gonna say.
comfortable. You know, instead I'm in my tent instead of a studio.
I mean, maybe I could have gotten a clip of Bill Burr, you know, telling you
Yeah.
taste some fucking smoke or some shit.
You know
I
what?
mean, yeah.
Bill Burr, I'm disappointed with. I don't know if you saw any of my recent posts. I heard him on his show the other day, said he's off coffee right now.
What?
Yeah. Tell me about it.
Wow.
So
Talk about a kick in your marketing plans, ass.
yeah, way to go, Billy boy.
Yeah, thanks, Bill.
So I'll tell you what, I have to reach out and I have to make sure Tony V gets the rest of his coffee because Tony V is the one that wants all the coffee.
Well, then there you go.
Bill? I don't care anymore, Bill. You know, whatever.
Whatever, Bill. Whatever.
We're arguing right now. We're in a fight.
There you go,
Bill. You know,
okay.
Lovers quarrel.
Good God. All right. Well, today I am opening up my monthly cigars box.
No, it's not. That's not your December. That is your November.
Oh, you're right. But it's in December because I haven't opened it yet.
That's right. December is actually going to ship out beginning of next week.
Okay.
Yeah, all right.
Well, then I'm super fucking late. So whatever. Anyway, so we're opening up the
box.
box.
I'm rusty.
You know, I mean, it's been a while since I've had to do this, so
yeah,
you know, it's one of those things. But
if you catch me looking back and forth off to the side, a lot. I'm just watching the Patriots game too. That's
you rat bastard. I know somebody else that used to watch sports during a podcast, and
I have no idea
what
you're talking
podcast about anymore.
No idea what you're talking about.
Anyway.
Fifth.
Anyway, all right, we're cracking open the bag here, and I have scanned the little nifty QR code.
All right,
so we'll see what we've got here. So first things
November.
first.
So
this is November.
You're going to be refreshing my memory.
I'm a month behind, and that's okay. So the first thing that I pulled out of the bag is the Ramon Bueso Genesis Oscuro. Yep. It is a 6x54 Toro featuring Connecticut broadleaf wrapper, Honduran binder, and filler made up of Nicaraguan and Dominican and Honduran tobacco.
I smoked that today. That thing is a smokestack.
Is it?
Tons of smoke. Oh yeah.
Okay.
You'll load up that tent.
Well, I don't have my fans on, so that's a problem.
That's your
Next
fault.
up. Well, I mean, you know, I don't want the noise, you know.
You said mine. You don't hear mine. That's how good my
don't hear
yours.
And yeah, well, mine is sloppier, but that's
top
okay.
Of the line.
So next up, we have the Alec. There it is. Alec Bradley post-embargo blind code B15. It is a 6x52 Toro featuring a Honduran wrapper, Honduran binder, and Honduran and Nicaraguan filler.
That's a lot of cigar.
A lot of bands going on.
I know, dude, the bands. I don't understand these big bands. I don't get it.
A lot of brands are doing this shit now, where it's like they're just like loading up the whole cigar with bands, and it's like, come on, you know, it's like make it easy on me a little bit, but whatever.
Sure.
All right, next up, we have the Victor Sinclair. There it is, Triple Corojo. It is a 5.5x50 Robusto featuring a Corojo wrapper, Corojo binder, and Corojo filler. So we got Triple Corojo going on.
I just made a shocked look, excited look, because I just switched my view to gallery. Now you're next to me. Before you were my whole screen, your head.
You're my whole screen right now. I like looking directly at you now.
I'm your everything.
There you go. And finally, we have the CAO Flathead 660. It is a 6x60 Toro featuring Connecticut broadleaf wrapper, Connecticut, and Habano binder and filler made up of Nicaraguan and Dominican tobacco.
Love that.
So, which one should I go with?
Which one have you not had?
Man, I don't know if I've had any of these, to be honest.
Yeah.
Well, the CIO maybe.
Probably, yeah.
That
That's pretty
flathead,
popular.
I would say I've seen that around. I know.
That's one of the very few 6x60s that I enjoy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the 60 ring gauge. I'm not a big fan of the big fat ring gauges.
Yeah.
Like that.
It doesn't.
That's one I enjoy a lot.
Say it doesn't feel like a 6x60.
No,
maybe it's because of the box press.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna go with the Alec Bradley post embargo blend code B15.
I know.
Because why not?
I know.
Now what are you smoking? Because you and I conferred briefly before this, and you decided to make a smoker's choice. And while I could have smoked anything in my humidor, I decided, by God, I'm having Nick Gervais on the show. I need to have the My Monthly Cigars box on the show.
I appreciate that. I have Nick Gervais with me all the time, so so I've had those cigars with him multiple times in the past month. So,
and I don't have a cigar anymore, but that's probably for the best. So,
but so I went into the humidor and I kind of did like a blind grab, just reached in. I was like, oh, tubes, and I pulled out this tube that I got at my country club I belong to.
Ooh, fancy,
and
Mr.
I think
Country
did
Club.
I tell you about this? This was a deal, man. This was so I got it's a Rocky Patel Decade. It's a Toro in a tube, and I am that is pretty. And you know me in the Decade, I'm a huge fan.
I do know that you're a huge fan of the Decade.
Yeah, by far one of my favorite cigars. But yeah, this cigar, I think I told you it was I was golfing on Wednesday night, right? And the cigar roller was supposed to be there.
Yeah.
The dude had to go, they told me, back to the hospital.
Oh, shit.
I said, back? Like, yeah, he was showing up from the hospital. I said, wait, so he's coming from the hospital to the club to do a rolling event?
To do a cigar rolling event?
They were like, yeah, we think so. I said, well, all right. So the owner felt bad. He said, all right, everything in the humidor is $5. So,
whoa,
yeah, he's a really good dude. And the humidor is one of those large. We saw them at TPE released a couple of years ago. It looks like a big cooler, but everything is
like the vending machine thing. Yeah. I remember that.
Yeah, and it's everything. It has a spot for a tube, so it's got everything down to like.
This is the foot band, by the way.
Isn't that crazy? Yeah,
like it was insane, and it was super glued on there. Like,
yeah, you got to rip it like multiple spots. But so they got one of these in the club, and it's awesome. Like it's really cool, and I just think they keep it up a little too high, but humidity wise, but that's okay. That's fine. But it's cool to have. So that's where I got this one. Let's cut and light. Let's go, Dano.
I was gonna say I want to cut. And speaking of Dano, it's time for the cut, and it's brought to you by Dan the Man Ponder over there at Riverman Cigar Company of Crestwood, Missouri. And I was just hanging out over there, Riverman, the other day. We had a nice little going away party for Mike Brinker. Mike Brinker is moving out of the St. Louis area here in a little bit. Not moving right away, so he might make another appearance on the show before he moves. But he's moving out of the area, so we had a nice party for him there, and we had a great get together of people. Miss Cindy made a bunch of food, and it was great. And we had shared cigars and laughs, and it was a wonderful time. So, but that's the beauty of having a cigar lounge in your area that you can congregate in and make your own, because then you can have your own parties and various things like that. I think there's a birthday party going on up there literally right now as we record. So, you can do things like that at a place like Riverman Cigar Company. He's got the nice lounge in the back that you can hang out. He's got lots of cigars for you and multiple TVs to watch if you're not interested in the party. But whatever. It's a great place. So if you're in the St. Louis area, swing on by Dan the Man Ponder's place. Check out what he's got in the humidor. He's got all kinds of stuff for you to try. If you're not in the St. Louis area, but you still want to support a brick and mortar, he does do mail orders, so you can give him a call. And either he or Miss Cindy or somebody will get a nice shipment of cigars sent to you right away. It's Riverman Cigar Company of Crestwood, Missouri. And with that, it's time for me to go ahead and cut my cigar. Anyway,
I'm gonna lower this stupid thing. Sorry,
It's like a
everybody.
little pigtail on there, but I'm just gonna kind of like ignore that. I don't do the whole like twist the pigtail off and it's
Me
perfectly
neither.
good, you know.
Don't mind
'Cause
me. I'm just doing some maintenance here. I
what
feel
the
like
hell?
looks like a fucking goiter sitting with the shadows the way it's the light set up in here.
What?
I don't know. I was looking at my. There we go. Let's see. Yeah, that didn't do much better. It's like the
Okay.
shadow down here. Looks like I got this like big.
Oh, I
You know,
got
I'm,
it.
I'm fat, but I'm not like. Yeah, see, that's a
See,
shadow.
Here's my problem. I have a different problem. Well, I am fat, but that's neither here nor
Okay.
there. My problem, though, is that you notice my beard is getting gray through here.
Mhm.
All right.
Okay.
But it's creeping up towards all this. All right. So now when you look at me in various angles and light, it looks like I have a very patchy beard going on. My beard's not bad. It's just it's gray in some spots and it's red in others. And so it
Just
looks
for
like
men.
shit. Looks like shit. I don't want to
Okay.
just for men. I don't have the time to
No, don't do that. Let it go
paint
gray,
my face.
man.
I want to let it go gray, but it's taking a
Yeah.
sweet ass time. I just get
Oh,
it
you
over
want it
with.
to hurry up.
I don't want the patchiness. I want it to be either red or gray. I don't want it to like, be this weird in between shit where it looks like I have like, chicken gullet but no beard, I don't know. Anyway,
All right.
don't you hate it when you go and you eat popcorn and you get that little kernel, that little fucking kernel stuck?
Yep.
Ah,
I get the kernel and like that skin,
ah.
like the kernel skin that doesn't.
I think that's what it is. I think it's
expand.
kernel skin, and it's like stuck in between a couple of back teeth. And I have been dicking with it all afternoon, and it just anyway. All right,
Okay,
enough about
all right.
that. Let's move
Yep.
on.
Yep,
So
I'm
cold
lighting
draw
up.
on my Alec Bradley.
That's a good
Okay.
cigar. I'm already lighting. I like that cigar a lot. It's just come out this year, so it's fairly new. Oh, geez, the light on this is huge. But yeah, excellent cigar. Everybody, all the members have reached out to me. That have reached out to me said they loved it. They enjoyed it immensely. So I'm a fan. I've smoked a ton. Like I said, that's why I didn't
It's
open anything I have.
slightly earthy, slightly sweet. I can't quite settle on which I lean towards. It's really interesting off the cold draw.
Solid
Oh
cigar
my God.
all around.
All right. Well, I am
Really
looking
good.
forward to it. I'm firing it up right now.
Yeah.
And going from there.
I'll let you fire it up. Fire it up. Okay. All right. Second down. I'm just filling the time watching the game here.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
I don't give a shit. For the listeners.
No, I appreciate that. Cause
well, because it's got to be done.
It's awkward to do that in silence.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, it's got some nice, good smoke production right off the bat.
Yourself a couple retro hails. Get the full experience in that bad, Larry.
Retro hail was not bad.
No, it's nice and smooth.
I would say that was smooth. I don't
What's
know
that listed at? I think that's is that a medium full?
No, fudge.
But I
don't
feel
know.
like it's on the lower end of the medium scale. I could be wrong, but
You
it
have
doesn't
listed
smoke
as
heavy to me.
You have it listed as a medium.
Yeah. Okay.
MSRP of $10.
It's very, very. It's very, very kind of middle of the road, so that makes sense.
Okay.
You'll get a little bit, obviously, as you go down, you'll get a little bit more strength on the retro as you get closer. But right, it's typical. But yeah, overall, it's a good cigar. This thing's
very
awesome
good
already.
No, I mean the draw and it's been really nice. You what?
Mm-hmm. I don't remember the last time I smoked a Rocky this big. This is 6.5.
That's what she said.
Got it. All right.
That's what she said.
Not going to get that on the other show. Not blue like this.
Whatever. Whatever.
Oh,
what is it about? What is it about the butt plug?
The butt plug I thought was good.
I thought it was good.
That was Ed at his finest.
That
was an awesome moment. We all looked at him like he was ready to read something, and he played that clip, and me and Mr. Jonathan lost it. It was good.
There you go.
That was excellent. So So what's up, man?
Not much.
I beat you to it.
I was just say I was gonna give you the what's going on. So yeah, I'm just kind of clicking along to the end of the year here, and as we click along to the end of the year, I think this is a nice segue into talking about the Parishioners Top 10 list.
Oh,
which
you've been out professional. Very nice.
This episode's coming out on Friday the 8th.
Yep.
And so if you're listening to this today on Friday the 8th, this is your last day to vote. So if you want to vote, you have until midnight, midnight Eastern? Central, whatever, it doesn't matter, whatever.
You know what? I'll be honest with you, I'm probably gonna shut it off in the morning, unless I'm up at midnight.
Okay, so yeah,
I'll shut it off tomorrow morning, tomorrow morning.
You have until tonight, and get your vote in. And if you haven't voted already, get your vote in, and you can vote by joining the Cigar Pulpit Parishioners group on Facebook, and that's where the link is at. And you can make your opinion heard. There's 40.
46,
47. I don't remember. There's a
number
of cigars on the list.
Yeah, after whittling it down, there's a lot of duplicates in there. And after whittling the duplicates down, we ended up with something like 46, I think it was.
Wow.
But and it is extremely tight. I showed you the numbers. I didn't show you the cigars.
No, you didn't show me the cigars. You did show me the numbers. That was
at the top
yesterday morning.
Yeah. At the top, it's super tight. And then to get into the top 10 is going to be interesting. That's going to come down
super
to
tight
the wire.
Too, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Like the top 5 through 10, 5 through, I would say 5 through 14 could switch like
super quick.
It just could be so scrambled compared to what it is now, based on 1 or 2 votes. It's pretty cool. It's fun to watch.
Interesting.
So I'm excited to see that.
No, and the votes have been coming in fast and furious, but
much more than last year. They stepped up. Parishioners did awesome, and I mean you saw on the list. I mean, it was a nice variety of cigars. It wasn't all the same thing. When you can get 46 cigars, from a group that has what do we get? What do you got in the group? Like 600 people, something like that. In the parishioners group. So I mean, you get 40 something cigars out of that. That's pretty good with all the duplicates. Yeah. I'm pretty sure we definitely had over 100 or so, 100 to 150 in that ballpark. I didn't count the full total submissions.
Oh wow.
So it was crazy. So it was great. Yeah, it's awesome. Everybody stepped up.
Well, good. Well, like I said, make your voice heard. Get that vote in at the last minute here. And then, what is the scheduled plan for the rollout here? How are we doing this?
Well,
I'm putting you on the spot.
Yeah. So, okay, pull back the curtain, I guess. I'm debating on. I'm going to look at the numbers, right? And if it's like a tie, all the way down from like say 12 to 25. I'm not going to bother. But if there's significant like point differential, I may roll out sooner. I may roll out a top 25 rather than a top 10. We'll focus on the top 10.
Oh shit! Yeah,
we'll focus on the top 10. But just because I think it'd be cool, we have 40 something cigars.
I was going to say it'd be cool. It'd be cool to concentrate to show how everything kind of not maybe not everything, but like how the bulk of it shook out. I mean,
for sure.
Top 25 is definitely impressive.
I'm looking for the schedule I sent you.
Yeah, that was a bit back. That's why I put you on the spot.
Thanks. Yeah, no, that's okay. I sent you the nominees, and here it is. All right, so December 13th is when it's going to start, I think, the top 10.
Okay, so
I think
that's
now if I do the top 25, it might be pushed back. But hey, if you want to know, we'll all be on the parishioners group once we get that settled. But let's we're definitely gonna have the top 10. Let's play it by ear, and hopefully we get a top 25. That would be pretty cool.
It would be fun.
Yeah, and I think it would be nice to see, like, because in the top 10, if you nominated something and it didn't get in there, you want to see kind of, okay, where did it end up?
Where did it end up?
And then you'll see
Yeah.
where the other 20 some odd cigars, which ones fell out of the, or you could figure it out. We won't say who, but you
I
can
would
figure
say.
out which ones fell out of the top 25.
Yeah.
So
Well, I would say we don't want to concentrate on that.
no.
Yeah.
Like I said,
yeah.
it's only if I can, if there's significant enough point differential, I'll release that.
Mhm.
So outside of that,
Well,
you definitely get in the top 10.
I'm looking forward to it because, like,
Yeah.
like as we've talked about, this is the list that's purely listener driven. Like, I haven't even voted. Like, I
Me neither.
haven't. I don't vote. I don't submit any nominees. I mean, I'm 100% hands off. All I do is talk about it on here, and then when the things are done, share that. But this is all 100% listener driven, and so this is truly what our people think is the best cigar of the year.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a great list for manufacturers, brand owners. They
Yeah.
get to see what the people actually like. I mean, if you're looking at, we won't name the big publication, but the one that comes out every year, let's
Mhm.
face it, they're not catering to smaller brands and boutiques and stuff like that. They don't have the money to advertise.
They were just
So,
hyping up about some new Cuban cigar earlier today.
I mean,
saw
do
an
you think
email
they
or
come out
something
with
like that. It's like,
do you
yeah,
think they come out with a number one again this year as a Cuban? I don't think they do.
Oh, I don't think so. I think they took enough shit last year
Mhm.
or this year, whenever it was.
Last list, yeah.
Do they come
The
out
last
with that?
list.
Yeah, the
It
last
was
list.
January or December.
I
January,
would say I
December,
don't remember
whatever.
if it was December or January, but anyway, yeah, the last list. I think they took enough shit for the Cube. But then again, maybe they don't care, because maybe it's like, we know better than you. So we think that this is the cigar that you should have gotten.
They are the aficionados.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
But
But
yeah,
I still say the person who continually keeps getting screwed by that is Rocky Patel. Because I think I'm pretty sure 2 years straight, he got number 2, and the number 1 cigar was a Cuban.
no, because I forget what it
I don't mean,
was.
I don't mean 2 years. I mean,
Two
not
times
2
he
years,
was number
not 2
two?
years straight. 2 times that happened to him. Yeah.
Really?
This
No,
is
I don't
the
remember
second
first.
time. The 60 was and I can't remember the first, but I'm pretty sure. Don't quote me. I'm like 90% sure. But yeah, but I know it happened this time. So,
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
I'll quote you on that.
Yeah. So, I mean,
Nick
arguably the 60 was the cigar of the year for the free world.
New World, yeah.
We're rocking the free world.
New World.
Yeah, but we're rocking in the
I know
free
where you're
world.
saying. Yeah, I know it.
Yeah.
But it's a New World cigar, right?
Not the communist world. Yeah. I'm going for that. Anyway, whatever.
I ain't saying
All right.
anything.
Fuck it. Whatever.
I don't want to be on recording talking about that.
What?
Just like I don't want to be talking about Oprah either.
What does Oprah have to do with Rocky Patel?
Nothing. I don't. You're talking communism in Cuba. I don't want to be commenting on that, and I don't want to be commenting on Oprah, and I don't want to be commenting on a lot of things.
Okay. All right.
Some of your listeners will not. Some of the Christians.
I don't fucking understand. Anyway, all right. So anyway, yeah. So Parishioners top 10. It's coming soon. What else is going on?
Nothing. But hey, listen. If you look at the screen right now, it looks like we are facing each other. Like it technically could be like we're on either side of the table. It's just cameras in front of us because we both have like the same tent background.
Yeah, that's
you know
true.
what I mean?
Yeah, I'm in a corner and you're obviously in a corner.
So
Nice.
we are not in the same tent.
No, we are not.
That'd be awesome if I just went like this and then my hand popped out. High five. Let's high five.
Hey.
Nope, wrong way. Wrong side. Yeah, you're over here. God, you don't even get it, do you?
No,
Lamo.
It's mirrored. I don't fucking know. Anyway.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, so speaking of tents, you decided to not put up your condo this year. You went with your original Eskimo tent instead of the You decided not to house a family of 6 out in the tent this year.
Yeah, a lot of squatters last year. It was
I
kind of
figured.
crazy, No,
Oh, I know what happened. Travis over the smoking butts, since he's homeless and he's living in a tent. He's living in your tent now, isn't he? Is he over there in the
well, it's
tent
not
city?
up.
He's in the tent city living in your tent?
He's not paying rent, so I hope
Oh
he's
shit.
not.
Living
I'm
in the
not
tent
collecting
city
anything.
with his fucking Blackstone.
Oh gosh. Well, then I'd let him cook for rent. That's
He's
fine.
the only homeless dude in a tent with a Blackstone.
And every piece of equipment possible for barbecuing.
Mhm.
He's
God.
using a smoker as heat. Um, yeah, no, I went back to our roots with the Eskimo. A couple reasons, one was quality. As good as the tent I had was the bigger one, the
Mhm.
quality of this one is far superior. Eskimo is probably top 1 to 3 brands for the ice fishing tents. I believe there's like 2 others that kind of compete with them. From what I've seen, just like research and finding them, I can't remember their names.
Yeah.
But yeah, so and because the other one was a little bit thin, I loved the size. It just took a lot to heat it
Mm.
because the heater was great. It's for that size, but it's also you're getting that ambient heat,
Yeah.
coolness, the ambient temperature from the outside. It's like, holy shit. The other thing was it didn't have windows that would open. It just had vents on the top.
Yeah.
So I was going to mess around and put ventilation in there. And I said, screw it. I already know how to do it in the Eskimo. And I went back to that. I don't need all that big space, to be honest.
I was gonna say
Uh,
that was like a studio apartment for you.
it
I
was
mean, I
huge.
don't.
I had a
Yeah,
six
I don't.
foot table in there. It was
That's what I'm
crazy.
saying. That's ridiculous.
And another thing was it's super light compared to this one. Um,
Oh.
and the way I have it set up on my deck, it's kind of hard to explain, but there's a wall that blocks it. So where I'm looking, there's a wall that stops my house. The
Yeah.
wind, it's very windy back here. This tent doesn't go past that wall. The other one did. So when it would get windy, it would just blow that thing. I had it pop off twice,
Oh
like
shit.
fly up twice and snow everywhere. It was light snow, but I just didn't want to do it. I had that thing bungee down to the deck and it's just not worth it.
Yeah. No, that's a
Yeah.
pain in the ass.
Nope. So this year I
I
went back to this one. It's great. It's been awesome.
I have nothing but good things to say about mine. I mean, this is the 4th year I've used it, and it pops up super easy, and
Mm-hmm.
I've been happy with it, and I have mine under the carport, so it's nice and protected, and it
That's
doesn't get
huge.
rained on or snowed on or anything like that. So that's
That's
nice.
going
And
to keep that nicer for a while and more.
oh
So
yeah.
that's why I put a tarp on the roof
Mm-hmm.
this year just because it's waterproof, but 95% waterproof, I'd say. I mean, it can get condensation and it can get wet in here if it's out all the time,
Well,
right?
and it's not just moisture that's an issue; it's also just sun damage, sun bleaching.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I mean, there was the first year that I had it, it was out on my deck.
Yep.
Then I lost the house.
Yep.
But that first year it was out on the deck. And I can tell you just from that first year, the amount of sun bleaching that took place
Yeah.
on the sides and on the roof from being out, for
Yep.
that period of time.
I've got it on one
And
side too. It's crazy.
yeah, so I mean, and what's funny is it was up against some rails, so there's like the lines where the rails were, so it's like lines of like really bright red versus pale red on the
That's funny.
sides and everything. So
That's awesome.
yeah, so I mean that's the thing. The sun is it's a killer as well, and having some sort of protection for it's nice, but
Yeah.
not necessary. But if you want it to last more than maybe a couple of seasons,
Oh, easily.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, and this year I did I got a better ventilation system. That's one thing about doing these tents every year is you learn every single year something just a little bit better tweak to
Yeah.
make, this next year. And my ventilation this year, I did a whole new setup and it's awesome. It's
Well,
been
and
fantastic.
that's important. And see what else is kind of cool is, I bought this in what, 2020. And you were like, did you get yours in 20 or did you wait until 21 to do it?
I think I got it right. You were the guinea pig. So
I was a guinea pig.
yep. And then I got it right after. So I think 21.
Okay.
Well, why is that? I feel like I had 2 years on this one, and then I went to the big one, and this is year 4. So are you on year 5?
Now I'm on year 4.
Hmm.
Trust me, it was the last. I don't want to
Maybe
get
I
into all
got
the
it.
specifics.
Yeah, no, I know.
It was
You
the
know the dates.
last.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
was the
yeah. I know.
last season of the house.
You know the
that I was
dates.
there. I
Did
know
you
the
get it?
dates.
Did you get it in the fall? Like
I
very
did. I
beginning?
got it in the
Okay.
fall.
So then maybe
Yes.
what happened was you did that, then a couple months later, because I remember putting it up in my living room, and I think the Christmas tree was in there as
Okay, that
well.
makes sense because
So
I got it a lot earlier. Yeah,
at
because
least a few months, yeah.
I was catching shit about smoking in the garage.
It's hard. It's hard, man. Like in the garage,
No,
it's
the garage is not ideal because the thing is, I had my heater, but the
yeah,
garage area is too big for that heater to heat up. So like you're pissing in the wind with that. And then the smoke in the garage, it was coming into the house and whatever else or the garage stunk. And I caught a lot of shit about the garage stinks, and everything.
yeah.
So it's like whatever. But yeah, so
Gave it a boot.
well, somebody has the house and somebody doesn't. So let's put it there. I don't know who got the boot, but whatever.
Whatever. You're not smoking in there.
Nope, I'm not.
Probably
So
smells great now.
we'll see about that. I was talking with a guy earlier today. He told me, I guess in his house, he doesn't have anything to smoke in when it's cold out. So I was telling him about this. He told me his solution for right now. He's got one of those, those boxes that kind of like that are flat and they slide under the bed, and everything. They're I guess it's some sort of fold up box type thing. Anyway, he takes one of those and he wraps it, kind of props it up against the range hood over his oven, his stove, and he sits in front of his stove. He's got a glass top stove, so he puts his iPad sitting
That's
there,
not
and he's
enough.
basically under this, and he throws on the range, and it sucks the smoke right out. He's like, dude, works great. He said, I did it once without the box, and it you could smell it in the room. He said, but that box blocks the smoke, and it pushes it up the range, and blah blah. And I'm like, seriously?
Like
He
a
goes, yeah.
plastic box, like one of like the Tupperware type things.
Fuck if
I think
I
I know
know.
what you're talking. Maybe you put like
I don't
blankets
know.
and shit in.
Yeah, but all I know, he was telling me that,
That's
and
innovative.
he's like, look, it sucks, but it does the job. And I'm like,
I mean, at that point, if you're doing a box, why not just get like a heavy tarp and hang it on hooks over and like just put that over there and get a I don't know.
I don't know. I mean,
That's
when
some
you're
great lengths, though.
when you're at the point that you're using your oven range to like suck out your cigar smoke, it's kind of like, man, maybe let's think about something else.
I mean, look, these tents are a couple $300, right? So I mean, oh, and here's the other thing. This always
and
comes up like
if you break it down by year, I mean, that's not a big investment year after year.
No,
I mean,
I'm
like, yeah, I'm in my 4th year with this thing. I mean, I kind of feel like I've paid for it.
Oh, if you take
More
care
than
of like
paid for it.
if you take care of your heater, you take care of like your setup in there. You get the right surge protector, you get the right power, extension cords, all that shit.
I've used everything. Everything is at least 4 years old. The heater, the extension cord, all that stuff.
4. I think I got 6 things plugged in right now.
I swapped out the light this year because I don't know what happened to my work light from last year. It's around somewhere, so I had to get a new light. But otherwise, but to be honest, I bought a much brighter light, which it's not bad. I mean, I'm looking at it, and so now I'm blind and seeing like the stripes of the LED lights. But it's kind of nice to have bright light.
Well, you got LED.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. It's like the surface of the fucking sun.
I almost bought, those flat like garage lights that twist into the sockets, and they're flat panel LEDs. I got one of my garage lights the whole goddamn thing up. I was in Costco. I'm like, ooh, they're on sale. I'm gonna get one of these. My wife's like, for what? I go to the tent. She goes, what? They're gonna land a plane in our backyard, like through the windows. I'm like, yeah, you're right.
You're gonna see that from space. It's just gonna be these beams of light coming out of the windows.
gonna be the aliens are gonna come down. It's gonna be like, oh,
Yeah, there you look at that. Exactly.
nice.
Dude, you'll turn it
Nailed
on. You can step outside and you can see all the little pinholes where all the leaks are at. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
be like,
yeah.
I need to put some sealant right there. You know.
Gonna have to wear some sunblock. I'll probably have more skin
Oh.
cancer.
Oh shit, that's not funny. I mean, it kind of is, but you know.
Probably.
Yeah.
But yeah, so going back to it, so
There you go. You get a tanning salon going in your backyard. Just be like, just go in the tent.
that's
You know, flip on the light. You know, roll yourself around like a turkey. Yeah.
Like I said, let's just fucking cancer up the whole face. Why not?
All
Let's just do
right.
it.
God.
You're like putting a fucking turkey in the fryer, right? Or the what are those things? Yeah, you fry the turkey, right?
Yeah. Fry the turkey. Yeah. Anyway.
So yeah. You guys keep talking like it's a great idea. Like you want to get sponsorships. Like you want these guys to sponsor. You keep talking to Dave about like get a 2 guys tent. Do this. You know, it's like you can't. I'll tell you why. They will never do it for the reason that I believe on the tags it says, "Do not smoke inside this tent." It clearly states that you should not smoke inside of these.
Because we're violating that.
Yeah. Well, we own it, and it's America. We do what we want.
Exactly.
America. So,
fucking A.
Yeah. USA, baby. Springsteen and apple pie. Yeah. So they would never work with anybody on that. There's no way.
They're missing out on a golden opportunity.
Hey, they could if they decide to re-engineer one, so I don't have to Mickey Mouse and do my own HVAC. And
why?
Kind of
I wonder.
like that.
I wonder why they specifically say that on the tag.
There's no the ventilation is ridiculous, right? So
I get that, but God, I mean, come on, you know.
Let's see. Let's get with this tag.
I mean, these days, yeah.
No, it's not here. It's on another one.
Depending upon where you're at these days, you're seeing cars going down the highway, hot box and marijuana in the freaking car and whatever else.
Is polyester flammable? Yeah, right. I don't even know.
Oh, that might be the problem.
That's what this is.
This thing might be flammable.
Might just light up the skies.
I've never thought about. I mean, I've never actually considered whether or not my tent is flammable. That might be part of the reason then.
Could be. Looking around. There was another tag.
I kind of think that this would be like, I mean, for God's sakes, they make children's toys that, you know, are made of like material that's not flammable.
Yeah, but children aren't supposed to smoke, you know? Oh, you're saying it's not flammable. Got it.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. So like, why would they not make a tent that's not flammable? Anyway, whatever. I still say Eskimo's missing out on a golden opportunity. And for those of you who want to get one, just ignore the tag.
I mean,
I did. We have. It's worked fine. Well,
you're not supposed to rip the tag off your mattress, right?
No.
Fuck if I haven't before. I mean,
I don't know.
I think.
I don't know.
I don't even know, to be honest.
I got my mattress from my dad's house. For all I know, he tore the mattress tag off.
I thought you got a mattress from inside that building with that chick, no?
No, damn it. No. And all right, let's clarify that for a minute. Somebody, I think it was Trent or somebody was talking about, you know, my lady friend and basically implying that it was that one.
New drinking game.
And well, I don't have any booze. I've just got
water.
Not
you, the listeners.
Okay. Well, anyway, I need to drink something anyway. But anyway, no, it's not the mattress woman. I did not. I talked with her. At no point in it. Now, some other guy was with her the second time, but like I did not do anything with the mattress woman.
Okay. I believe you.
Saying, yeah. I have some level of standards. Believe it or not. I do.
Hey, that's fine.
I do.
Listen, lady friends. Got a lot of lady friends.
I don't have a lot of lady friends.
What's the movie? It was like, got a lot of men. You have a lot. Oh no, it's Seinfeld. I think he's like, you got a lot of man friends, Elaine. It's like, my friend over here is a man. So I don't know. Reference. But yeah, so anyways, can't get a deal for these smoking shacks.
God. All right. So, well, Eskimo.
We got segments on. We got segments on this show.
Yeah, you know what?
I'm used to the professionalism.
Let's do this. It's time for the Villiger Cigars Entertainment Report, Brought to you by Villiger Cigars, one of the leading cigar and cigarello manufacturers in the world, founded in 1888 and still family owned and operated. Head over to VilligerCigars.com and check the store locator to find a shop near you that carries them. We guarantee that Villiger Cigars will be a wonderful addition to your humidor and cigar rotation. So before we get into that, I'm enjoying this Alec Bradley. It's smoking very nicely.
Looks
The
like
burn
it's
line on
smoking
it is
well.
like super tight,
Yep.
and the smoke production is great. The draw on it's really good, and the smoking experience, flavor wise, I don't know about flavor per se, but strength wise, yeah, you're right. It's on the lighter side of medium.
Yeah.
It's definitely on the
It's more
lighter
of a
side of
medium.
medium.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
but it's the medium strength wise, but it's still got flavor. You know, it's still good. It's not a one trick pony. I don't feel like.
Retro Hail picked up a little bit coming into the
Mhm.
second, third there. So anyway, Villiger Entertainment Report time. What have you been watching?
Well, been a long time, right? Since I've been on.
It has been. I
I was
don't have
trying to-
nearly as much
No, I
because
was
I
trying
do
to think
this all the
today.
time. So like,
I was
I
trying to think
mean-
today, like there's a ton of shit I've watched. I know.
yeah,
And I was trying to go back to look at them, and then I caught a couple things. Like I figured, all right, we'll go over these. So because you'll
I did find on Netflix where you can see your viewing history. You have
Oh,
to log. You have to log
huge.
in. You have to log in on the desktop. You can't do it through the apps. But if
Okay.
you go through the actual website on a desktop computer,
okay.
dude, you can see your whole viewing history.
Money for next time.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Okay. All right. That's awesome. That's huge.
Because I know there's shit that I always am like, I know I watched that, but what? And as soon as I'm done with it, I take it off the list. So now I don't have it there to like go back and reflect, and be like, oh, that
Gotcha.
thing was really good,
Gotcha.
Anyway, sorry.
That's all right. No, that's cool. It's good to know. So yeah, I was trying to figure out. So there were two that I've watched that you've already talked about. I figured we could talk about it, or you've watched.
Okay.
Secrets of Playboy. I finally got into that.
Okay.
I skipped 2 episodes on that because it got slow. Like I think 5 and 6 or 6 and 7. It was about the girlfriends, like early girlfriends. I wanted to get to the stuff, the Cosby stuff.
I know. But dude, those ones also established this just like history of
dirtbagness,
fuckiness going on there.
Yeah,
I mean,
you don't need those two to realize and how much of a shithead he was.
No, but
not Cosby, by the way. I'm talking about
Hefner. It definitely gives some further insight into how much of a shithead he is. So it was.
Nope. I mean, I saw some of it, and then I was like, ugh, I just want more.
The Cosby one was bad.
Oh, what a piece of shit, huh?
I know.
Cosby and Jim
he's
Brown.
Still alive, right? He hasn't passed away yet.
Yeah, he's kicking. Yeah, he's out
of jail,
I thought. Right?
Oh, well, I know he's out of jail, but which is bullshit.
Right.
But whatever. Yeah, and Jim Brown.
I mean, that guy was. I always knew he was a piece of shit, and he beat women. Like there were things like there's always been stories of him, and don't forget, I'm outside of Cleveland, so they adore this guy, because he's the only bright spot of that team ever. So
the factory of sadness.
But like, dude, when they started talking about him just sodomizing women, sex chair or whatever that was, that was fucking terrible. And
dude, the grotto was
nothing.
The grotto was a horrible place.
The grotto, I would never probably put my foot in that thing.
No,
I don't think I'd put your foot in that thing. Like,
dude, the amount of shit swirling in that water.
A bunch of floaties.
Anyway. It's gross. It's like a bacterial experiment. But yeah.
God, the chlorine bill is probably ashen.
Walk outside, your eyes start burning.
I'd wear a whole fucking like scuba suit and snorkel and shit. Not even a
biohazard suit.
I wouldn't let anything come in.
I was saying, the biohazard suit.
Probably wear the bag over it.
But like, fuck, I'm filming a sequel to Outbreak here. Anyway, so yeah,
so that I watched Playboy, and really good.
Now, did you watch the last I think it was the last 2 episodes. They were kind of like after the show. They were kind of where they go back and interview people and kind of reflect upon what was in the show.
I've only gotten to the one with the two girlfriends,
The twins.
the twins. Yeah,
I don't remember them at all. But see, I
I
also
don't either.
like my ex was into the girls next door in the beginning when that first started. But like at some point she fell off of that show. And it must have been before have dumped the three and picked up the twins.
Yeah, because
Because
that's
I
what
don't
happened.
remember them at all.
Right, right.
Now, what's
Okay.
funny, I was scrolling podcasts the other day on Spotify, and Holly and Bridget have a podcast they do together called The Girls Next Level, where I
No.
guess they like talk about shit, whatever. I don't know.
So
I
this
didn't
is
look at it,
like
but
it's like
like
the opposite of Office Ladies.
yeah. So I don't know if they're like talking about their Playboy experience or if they're what they're doing, but I did like Bridget. Of the three of them, I thought she was the
I never
nicest.
watched the show. I have
Yeah.
no idea.
Okay.
So,
Well,
I
anyway.
mean, I know who the girls are, but
Well, she was in the documentary brief, but she was
yeah.
very brief, you know.
Mm.
Kendra was kind of the younger, trashy one, and Holly was the one that desperately wanted to marry Hef. But anyway, whatever. So
yeah,
that was a fucked up show, man.
Yeah, but it was interesting. It kept my
Well,
attention.
and I'll
for the
tell
most
you
part.
what's really sad is that you kind of it was easy. I don't know if it was easy or just convenient, but I bought into the whole like, oh, women's empowerment. Like, you know, yeah, there's an element of skeeviness to this magazine, but at the same time, like, you know, the women are they're not degraded like they are in some of the other magazines, and you know, it's more artsy, and the women they want to do this and blah 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 and all this
Yep.
and look at this and whatever. And like to find out that it was just such a shit pit. It's
It
just
was marketing. I mean, it was
oh, dude,
all,
and
because Hef is into like his whole thing. He wanted to be in movies, right?
yeah,
So you can't get into movies. What do? You throw out this a facade of of just fiction and you sell it to the rest of the world. The dude, I mean, all his sex tapes and all that shit. That's some wild stuff. The story about
yeah,
how like the lady that was told they were all put on a boat and taken out to sea and just
dumped.
thrown out there. Yeah,
I
don't know
don't
about
fucking
that.
I don't believe that at all. There's a vault somewhere.
Somebody's
Somebody has a
got copies.
shit ton of blackmail material.
That's why they have it or had it.
Mm-hmm.
Now you
Yep.
know he's dead, but there's some other stuff in there.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that was pretty good, and I didn't realize Hef was that big of a dirtbag. But now I think he's a loser. Smart business guy, but just an absolute loser as a person.
So let me ask you a question, and this is
Piece
going to
of
be
shit.
kind of an interesting thing. So, in light of watching this,
Mm-hmm.
do you have maybe more respect for Larry Flint than you did before?
Why? Because he was real. He didn't phony it up.
Yeah, he put it
Yeah.
out there. He's like, "Look, I'm a fucking pervert. This is what it is. You know, blah blah blah, and whatever."
Respect is a tough word to use for that. But I know what you're getting at.
But yeah, I would say, for lack of a better word, respect, because that's the thing. I mean, you know, at least he owned it. Hefner fucking faked it and put up this, like you said, facade of legitimacy and blah 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 and whatever else. And it's like, that's not accurate. That's gross. That's not the reality, you know. Whereas, like, at least, yeah, Larry Flint at least kind of came out and was like, it is what it is. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. You know,
he was always just filthy. He was just a dirty man.
He was,
Rawr,
and I don't know. He was a big.
He's dead, right?
Boy, that's a good question. I don't know. Right? To the Googles. I will say he was a huge supporter of the
I'm gonna say
First Amendment.
Oh, sure.
He is dead. He died February 10th, 2021.
Okay. All
so
right.
relatively recently, honestly.
So about right around the time we got our tents. So
I mean, I'd had mine for a little while, but yeah.
Okay.
Maybe right about the time you got your tent. That would have been 18 days before my marriage fell apart. We just keep coming back to that today for some fucking reason.
We don't. You do.
He was born November 1st, 1942.
Hmm.
So he, I mean, he had a good long run. He was like nearly 80.
Wasn't he in a wheelchair for like forever?
Well, he got shot.
Is that why?
Yeah, he was
I didn't know
shot,
why he was
and that put him in a wheelchair. And yeah, I'm trying to remember. Somebody shot him. And have you seen the movie, The People versus Larry Flint?
I don't think so.
Woody Harrelson
No,
played
it would
him.
have been it would have been a long time ago.
That was what Woody Harrelson and Courtney Love.
Oh, jeez.
And dude, it's a good movie.
Hmm.
I mean, it's fucked up, but
it's
a good, but it's a good movie. So anyway, so okay.
Oh yeah. So,
well, I didn't expect to be talking about Larry Flint today.
No,
so.
no. The other one that I've watched, I kind of pick and choose through this one.
Okay.
Because of what I know. Dark Side of the Ring, the wrestling one.
Don't pick and choose. I did that when I first started watching it, and I watched all the ones that I knew, and I was like, I'm bored. I'm going to watch another one. Dude, you learn so much.
Some of them,
other ones too.
I just don't remember. I want to know about the ones I remember.
Oh no,
to
trust
be honest,
me. There's ones that I'm like way more interested in than others, but like, dude, they're all so captivating. Yeah, I just got done watching the newest episodes that Hulu put up. The Marty Jannetty one was all sorts of messed up.
Crazy.
I mean, dude, that guy,
dude's a mess.
He's a total mess. Like all different ways. And what the hell's up with him saying that he killed a dude and then basically giving all these details, but I didn't kill a dude, you know,
yeah,
whatever
this is hypothetical. And
hypothetical.
Someone hacked
this is
me.
what happened. And oh my God, it was
crazy, right?
Yeah,
but
there's some people that when you hear their stories, you're like, it's like I was saying, they're their own worst enemy. Well, that Marty Jannetty's his own worst enemy.
Yeah, the Bam Bam one was good, and Junkyard Dog.
Yeah,
those. In the new season.
Abdullah the Butcher. That was another one where
I don't think I watched that one.
That was one where it was sad. But like he fucked up some shit. Like there was definitely some errors in judgment that I think took place there. But dude, have you gone back? It's an early one. I think it was Bruiser Brody. He was like stabbed in a fight down in like Puerto Rico in the locker room. And like basically the dude that for all intents and purposes did it, like I think got away with it. I mean, it's all kinds of messed up.
There's some good ones in there, like the Screw Job. It was good.
Yeah. The Flight from Hell. The Flight from Hell one is really good.
Oh, and the Bash at the Beach, right? That one was really good. That was called the Bash at the Beach, something like that, with Hogan. Promoters
with Hogan and the belt and Jarrett laying down in the ring. Yep. That Vince Russo guy's a piece of shit, though. Bro.
He fits the bill. You know?
I know. Yeah, he's a piece of shit. But
so
anyway,
what are you watching?
What have I been watching?
Sopranos.
So no, I haven't started my annual Sopranos run here.
It's 10th season, so I'm due for that soon.
I'm getting ready to at some point, but I'm thinking that might start that weekend between Christmas and New Year's when I've got like jack shit going on.
Yeah.
What was I watching just before I came out here? I don't know. I've kind of found myself on the app Pluto. Have you ever used Pluto before?
No, but I know about it.
So there's channels on it. And see, and I've gotten to the point, I've got a list of shows that I should watch and, you know, people have recommended to me and that I want to watch and whatnot. But like, sometimes you're just not in the mood, you know, and you just, and I find myself in the mood lately just to channel flip. And so Pluto's been really nice to just kind of channel flip and just find something. And I mean, there's commercial breaks. I mean, but they're like a minute long. And, anyway, so like I've been doing that. So I've been watching some Mystery Science Theater 3000. They have an entire channel of that where it just run that 24 hours a day. Fucking great.
Pretty funny.
they have a Godzilla channel where they just run Godzilla movies all day long. And speaking of which, I did go to the theater. I went and saw Godzilla -1, which is the new Japanese Godzilla movie. And I the fuck was that?
Oh,
What
did
did
you
you
see
do
that?
there?
I
Yeah,
don't
what is that
know. All I
thing?
did was
What
give
is
you a thumbs up. You
I
do it.
know. Now there's a little like weird little emoji. Now
Give
it's
me a
gone.
thumbs up. See what happens. Are you gonna get it? No, you don't have it.
Oh fuck! I don't know what the hell that was. That was weird.
What if I
Anyway,
raise my hand? You're about to raise your hand. Oh yeah, it says like this. It says you're about to raise your. Oh wow, learning things. Anyways, all right.
so yeah, so no, I went and saw that, and it was in
The
Japanese.
aliens.
Oh, it was in Japanese, so I had to read the subtitles. But
Oh, that's
um,
always an awesome time.
it takes me about a minute or two to get used to it, and then once you're used to it, it's no big deal, But it was good. I mean, Godzilla stomping on shit and blowing shit
Mhm.
up, and tearing into Japanese guys. I mean, it's what it is.
Okay.
So, um,
Are
and
you a are you somebody that watches TV with the subtitles on, like regardless or no?
uh-uh, uh-uh.
Okay, I can't stand that. I don't know how people do it.
Dude, I've gone out with a couple of women that like they do
Lady
that.
friends, gals.
Yeah, exactly. Whatever. And the first time I encountered one of them, I was like, "You have your subtitles on?" And they're like, "Yeah," and I'm like, "You're gonna turn them off?" They're like,
Right, the
"No."
people who
They're
do
like,
it think
they're
it's
like,
normal.
"No." Yeah, and it's like, now look,
Mm.
there's some shows. I've said it on here before. There's a show on I think Netflix called Dairy Girls. Funny as shit, by the way. It's about this like girls' school in I think Ireland or Scotland, one or the other.
Mhm.
And but the accents are so thick, like you have to have the subtitles on to catch it. Um,
That's how
every
the
once in a
original Office is.
yeah, so like you got to do what you got to do. But that's like the only show that I've ever done that with. By and large, I leave them up, but like no, some people whatever the hell it is, and it's so distracting because if it's in English, I want to watch. But what happens is my eye starts to gravitate towards the subtitle. So now I'm reading it in English as they're saying it in English, and I'm having to force myself to look at the people instead of looking at the subtitle, and it's
Mhm.
annoying.
Yeah, you're
So
trying to like match it up, like you, and then you get into this. I get into this mindset of like, oh, how fast is it going? And wait a minute, I'm not paying attention to the show.
yeah, yeah,
I'm paying attention just to the subtitles.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
I think people who do that are psychotic in a certain way, in a nice way.
mm,
I just don't
I
get it.
mean, it's their own special brand of crazy, but yeah, I
Oh, it's
mean,
special.
I'm not a fan of that, but yeah, no, I've encountered that before. What else have I been watching?
Did you see? I just collected the Boy Scouts. There was a Boy Scouts documentary about. It's the second one, I think. That's come
Oh, is this
out.
all about like sex offenders in the Boy
Oh God,
Scouts?
yeah, how they've like hidden it for
No,
years, and
I
they
don't
say
want.
like they've got these guys red flagged, yet these fucking creeps, they would be red flagged where they're like, okay, this guy could never work in a troop again in Ohio. So what do these clowns do? They
Ship them to
skirt the
like
system. No,
Illinois. Yeah.
they go themselves.
Oh,
They move
really?
themselves. They're like, yeah, I can diddle a little boy, in Illinois. I can go to, New York or whatever. They don't have my name there. So,
Wow.
technology's come a long way, obviously, but
Hmm.
it's just some sick shit. That's some crazy stuff. That and the Murdoch. Have you watched? I know Pinky, the
No,
Murdoch
I
murder.
haven't. I
Yeah,
added it to my list. I have not actually started it yet,
there's
but
multiple ones. There's multiple. I believe there's one on HBO, and then there's
oh,
one,
really?
and then there might be two on Netflix. I can't. Don't quote me. I know there's at least two on Netflix, and I believe the first one was on HBO. I could be wrong,
Oh, I only added
but
one on Netflix. I'll have to look. I
see,
didn't realize
then
there
I'll
were
look
that
it up.
many on this freaking thing.
There's at least two. Um,
I did finish that Curious Case of Natalia Grace.
oh, I put that on my list.
Oh my God,
Yeah, I put that on my
dude.
list when you
That
guys were talking about that.
is weird.
Really?
And supposedly they're making a follow-up where they get Natalia's like side of things
Okay.
and everything, because
That's awesome.
I want to hear that, because like they didn't really, this was very focused on like in terms of like interviewees in the show. The dad was like the one that was like interviewed, probably the dad and the brother were interviewed a lot. The mom, I think, is still in freaking jail, so like they didn't even get her.
Gotcha.
And whatever, but like, oh dude, it's all fucked up. But that happened like right up by like where my dad lives.
Oh, it's crazy.
Like, I mean, like county and everything. I mean, it's like I was like Googling it and I was like, oh shit, that's right there, and whatever. So yeah, no, it's crazy.
I got that on my list to watch. The Murdoch, there's one on HBO and then there's one on Netflix. So there's two.
Okay.
Yeah, so I watched those. It's an
I did watch what was the name of the movie? It has the younger brother from Righteous Gemstones. He was also on Workaholics.
Yeah.
And he's getting married to this chick, and like her parents are like bank robbers. I think it was Pierce Brosnan and like some I don't know. The I don't remember the name of it. It was all right. It was like kind of like a goofy comedy, rom-commy kind of thing. And then I watched one. It was a Christmas movie. Oh, I did do my annual viewing of Christmas Vacation. That is how my Christmas season has to begin. It has to begin with the Griswolds. So I did do my annual viewing of Christmas Vacation. But I watched another Christmas movie called Last Holiday.
Okay.
It's got Queen Latifah, and she basically is diagnosed with like a terminal disease and is like gonna die in like 3 weeks. So she like cashes in her entire life savings and goes to like stay at this like super fancy hotel that she's always wanted to like visit and everything. And she ends up meeting this like world-class chef. Well, she's a amateur chef, like she cooks and stuff in her house, but whatever. So it goes all sorts of different ways, but but it was a nice Christmassy movie starring Queen Latifah and God, who was the guy?
Steve Harvey?
No.
Tyler Perry?
Who was the dude that was in Deep Blue Sea?
Samuel
Not
L.
No,
Samuel L.
the
Jackson?
other. No, the other the other black guy. It's not Ice-T. It's LL Cool J. LL Cool J.
Got it.
LL Cool J. So it was Queen Latifah and LL Cool J. It was delightful. It was delightful. And Gus Fring was in it too.
Good. I don't know who that is. Who's that?
The bad guy from Breaking Bad. Gus's chicken or whatever, the Pollo Loco.
Oh yeah.
I don't know the actor's name. I just know him as Gus Fring.
Gus. Nice.
Yeah, he was in it too.
Nice. That's cool. Yeah, I've watched a bunch of other stuff I can't remember, but because it's been a couple months, I think. But I am listening to this cool. Maybe it's only good for interesting, I should say, for people in Boston or Massachusetts, New England. But it's called The Big Dig, and it's all about the Big Dig project, which was the highway, the tunnels that they wanted to connect all city. That extended 90, finally extended Route 90 so now it's across the country into the city.
Okay.
Very, very. It's crazy. They go super in depth. It's actually
wasn't that
very
super controversial, or was there a bunch of graft or something with it?
A bunch billions,
corruption and shit,
billions of dollars. That part, yeah, they're gonna probably dive into some of that, but it was just it's just crazy. If you're not from the area,
I've heard of the Big Dig, but I don't know like a lot of details.
The podcast so far is pretty good, so I know like the area, obviously, like I can picture it, and I know what it used to be, and what they did. So if you don't know the area, it'll educate you enough. It's pretty cool. It goes back to you like politics and stuff. So
yeah,
it goes back to local politics. It talks about like Tipper. Remember Tip Gore?
Right? Yeah.
He was big, and not Tip
Tipper
O'Neill.
Gore.
Tip O'Neill.
I was
Tip O'Neill.
going to say Tipper
Tip O'Neill.
Gore was Al Gore's wife.
Tipper Gore owns
Yeah.
half the internet, right?
Yeah.
So
Tipper Gore is the
So-
reason that we had the explicit lyrics warnings on CDs.
was she the one?
I'm pretty sure she was the one that pushed that.
Whatever.
Yeah,
At least
whatever.
it made us feel cool when we bought them. So
Exactly. We're
Um,
like, look at the size of the warning on this CD.
look at
Oh,
this CD
man.
I got from Columbia House. I'm not
I bet-
paying them.
I bet they say fuck like 8 times in this CD.
I mean, how many? Did
Oh,
you ever
God.
do the Columbia House like everybody
Yeah, I
else?
did it. I did it.
I don't know how they survive. I mean, they didn't survive, but how
No, they didn't survive.
even- it's insane.
It was like, yeah, it's like, here's 8 CDs, and all you have to do is buy like
12.
4. Yeah,
12 for a penny
yeah.
to start. And it's
12
like,
for a penny, and then you didn't have to buy all that many in the grand scheme of
Mm-mm.
life.
mm-mm. But back
They were
then,
over.
CDs
They were overpriced as hell.
Yeah. Back
Yeah.
then, CDs were expensive too because it was a brand new, newish technology. So
Mhm.
it wasn't like when CDs get down to like $12. You know, you were probably paying fucking $25 a CD,
Yeah.
if I remember right. So I'm
Yeah.
14 years old. I don't have that cash.
Like, but I got my 12 for a penny, so fuck
Wait,
off.
yeah, I got a
Columbia
penny.
House.
Oh, I got a penny. I think, if I remember, I think you had to paste the penny, tape it
It's
on a piece of
possible.
paper to send it in. I think I mean,
Oh God.
woo, time to change. So, anyways, the
I know.
big podcast. I'm only on episode 3, but it's so far it is like it's very entertaining and it grabs you. So, very informative.
When Luke was on the show with me, he talked about a podcast called Crooked City, and I listened to that.
Yep.
And that's all
Toledo?
about Youngstown, Ohio.
Oh, Youngstown.
Yeah. And I did finish that, and that was really good. So
Okay.
and
I'm gonna look
how
at that.
close is that to you?
Youngstown's probably about an hour and 20, maybe hour and a
Okay.
half. Yeah, it's not
Yeah.
too far. It's east. It's just going towards Pennsylvania.
It was
Right up
interesting.
90. Yeah, right up 90. So
There you go.
but yeah, that's pretty much it. But one thing I have it in my notes too. You had said something on a recent show about Arnold Schwarzenegger's donkey. Like he had some donkey.
Yeah, on the fucking
Yeah.
Peyton cast.
Yeah, Manning cast, right?
The Manning cast. Yeah.
That's his pet donkey. It's his pet because I watched.
Of
Long
course,
time ago.
Arnold Schwarzenegger has a fucking pet
Dude.
donkey.
I watched the Arnold documentary on Netflix a while ago.
I still
That
need
is
to do
awesome.
that. There's a
It's
Sylvester Stallone one out now.
I know I have it on the queue. Sly's my guy too. So that Arnold doc is awesome. It is really
Is it
good.
named? Is his donkey named Dominic?
No, his
Because
Christmas
is
doc.
it? Yeah, say Dominic
Mhm.
Christmas donkey.
So he talked about he like it shows him at like 6 a.m. in the morning, just walking around in the kitchen. You know, it's like the donkey is in there with the dogs, getting treats. He's pulling treats out of a treat bowl on the counter, giving it to the donkey. The donkey's in the house all the time. It's insane.
So the donkey
It's
just
fucking
roams the
hilarious.
house like a dog?
I don't know if it roams the house, but he brings it in the house. It's in the kitchen. I'm sure his kitchen's the size of fucking my house.
I
You
would
know,
say
like
his kitchen's like, yeah. Or
You
your
know,
tent.
so-
Your one tent.
my old tent. Yeah. That's a big kitchen.
Mhm.
And so yeah, that's
His tent is bigger than the one I had at the governor's mansion.
it's his actual pet donkey. So
Weird.
yeah, I'm like yelling at the radio, at the car when I'm listening to you talk about it. You're like, where the hell did it come from? Like it's his pet.
He's got a fucking donkey.
Yep,
It was the
Fucking
It was the
wild.
craziest thing. He's just on there with fucking Peyton and Eli, and all
Yep.
of a sudden there's this donkey just come into the shot, and it's like, what the hell? There's a
I'm pretty sure it was like one day he said it just like was walking around and showed up in the house and he basically didn't give a shit, if I remember right. Like he's just like, okay, cool. That's what it does now. It has cookies. He
That's
gives it
so
cookies. It's insane.
funny.
It's awesome.
Whatever happened to him filling in that one hole? Remember that? There was like that
Oh.
pothole in the street, and he like went out there and like filled it in himself, but I don't think it was supposed to be filled in. I think it was like a water main thing, and they were like doing stuff with it. And he like
when he was out with a couple people,
and
it
he
was
like
kind of small. Yeah.
yeah, it was like him and a couple guys went out and filled it in, but like I don't think they were supposed to fill it in. I think they were like the actual work crews needed
Yeah,
that
yeah.
hole.
I mean, are you going to
I don't
stop
remember.
Schwarzenegger if he comes in with fucking asphalt and
Yeah.
equipment? I'm not getting in his way.
He's out there slinging patch, you know. It's like, what the hell?
Yep. Go right ahead, Arnold. Fucking
Oh my
put me in there
god.
too. Why not?
So
Yeah.
random.
So that's kind of where I'm at with. I've been watching a lot of sports, a lot of football, and that's pretty much it. Yeah.
I haven't really watched excuse me, I haven't really watched much in the way of football this season. I don't know. I haven't had the bug.
Yeah. I mean,
I just
they're setting up for another Kansas City Chiefs Super Bowl. Mahomes just gonna have a nice smooth road because all these quarterbacks are freaking dying left and right.
Oh yeah, who was it? The Jaguars just lost theirs?
Yeah, Monday night, that
Yeah.
was awful. That was terrible to
Yeah.
see. But because they were
they were
somewhat
8-3
competitive.
or whatever, weren't they?
Yeah, kind of I feel like it was a phony 8-3, but they're 8-3. I mean, they were going to be. They could be dangerous. You know, they could
Yeah.
beat people. So, but yeah, it's this year is kind of weird, but it's setting up again for Mahomes. But I do like that it's the parity that the NFL kind of always wants.
Yeah.
They want something different. At the same time, they want the same guys there all the time, the
Yeah.
superstars. You know, so it's tough sledding the way it goes.
Well,
but
my God, the further the Chiefs go, the more we hear about, you know, the Taylor Swift and Kelsey romance.
I guess it's real. I was one of the skeptics at first. I thought it was a Pfizer push, like, hey, go get your shots, everyone.
Uh-huh.
Travis is doing
Travis
it.
And Tay Tay like
Tay.
the shots. Yeah.
You know, it's funny. I saw the other day. I totally forgot. They're like, remember when Taylor Swift was just a whiny, twangy country singer?
Oh yeah, no, that was her
Like,
shtick in the beginning.
yeah.
Yep.
And her voice was way different. Her
Uh-huh.
tunes were different. Yeah, but hey, if they ever break up, she'll have another hit album that everybody will buy. Yep.
Exactly. And you know what? The NFL's laughing all the way to the bank. They sold all that
God, they're
merchandise already.
cashing in.
I mean, my God. So
They're cashing in. So
did you see that she got named? Did you see that she was named the Time Magazine Person of the Year?
I did. Yeah. Earlier today. I mean,
which at first, when you first hear that, you're like, really? But I'm going to play devil's advocate for a moment.
I think I know where you're going, but go ahead.
Her concert tour did a lot to spur on economic, you know, growth. I mean, it was a nice economic shot in the arm for all the cities that she went and visited.
Yep.
So, you know, in a year where you have a horrible economy, bad inflation, everything else going on, I'll give her credit that her tour managed to help out some cities that needed some economic help. So,
dude, and that's what superstars in sports do.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's the equivalent of it. When LeBron James was in Cleveland, dude, it was that guy brought in jobs, businesses, not just the ticket sales went up, because those ticket sales go up and people are coming in, that's food vendors that are making money. That's jobs that are created. Businesses around the arena are buzzing.
Well, yeah, because if the
games,
arena's getting a bunch of people coming in, then exactly, they're going to need restaurants and all that other shit.
That's how it is across the board. I mean, look, and the Patriots right now, they suck ass. And if you look at it, it was never, ever, ever not packed in the last 20 years at that stadium, in that parking lot, tailgating. It was elbow to elbow, always. This weekend, it was cold and rainy, shitty weather. Place was dead. They're like, not going to go. There's nobody there to draw them in.
Yeah.
And that's across the board. Like with baseball right now, Ohtani, wherever he signs, that's going to be a big boost right away. Like he's going to sign a long-term deal. Philly got the boost when Bryce Harper signed there. It's going to happen. It happens when the big superstars go. So you're right with the Taylor Swift thing. I'm sure. And I'll give her credit. The stories about she's paying her, I don't know, the truck drivers and all
the truck drivers, all this extra money. Yeah.
And that's awesome. I mean,
no, it's great. I mean, look, look, she made a shit ton of money off this tour.
When you're
between
printing money like that, yeah,
Yeah,
it's great that
yeah.
you're doing something good with it.
share the wealth a little bit, and I think that, to the people that are helping you accomplish the goal, yeah, I think that's great. And I mean,
To,
and dude, what Rihanna, is it Rihanna or Beyonce? Which was the one that's got the next concert movie that's coming out? I don't fucking know either, but one of the two of them has a concert movie similar to her concert movie that's either out or coming out. And dude, that's like the new thing too. She paved the way for that to that degree.
Yeah.
Because and I don't think she went through the typical Hollywood studio system to do that. I think it was supposed to just be like a one weekend kind of deal, and it took off so well that it went for a while. But
you don't have to anymore. You don't have to anymore. You go to Netflix. Look at all these guys going to Netflix and stuff. Like that's it. They're movie makers. They used to ship CDs out,
so
DVDs. Now they're making movies.
She made a shit ton of money just off that, just doing the concert in the movie theaters.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I hear. Yeah, it's good for her.
That's and that's the thing. Love her or hate her, you got to respect her.
Of course, 100%.
I mean,
yep. So I'm just waiting for Jackson Mahomes to make his move on and blow the whole thing up. I mean that's another creep. I thought part of Taylor Swift coming in was to take a Mahomes deal too. Like, let's get some heat off of his wife, who's just she's obnoxious. His brother's obnoxious.
Oh, his brother's such a freaking Klingon piece of shit.
Have you heard anything about them?
Onto the guy. No, and that's true.
Right. That's what I was thinking. I'm like, oh, this takes everything away. Press box now. Well, it's Taylor Swift now. Oh, it's Kelsey's mom. So the Kelseys are from around here.
Okay.
They're from up the road. So they're well known in this area. I mean, they seem like good dudes,
Good old Midwestern folk.
Yeah. But don't forget too, I was telling my wife the other day, I'm like, don't forget, Travis Kelce had a dating show a while back. It was it was like Finding Kelsey or Kissing Kelsey.
Oh, I don't remember
what the hell was it called? Catching Kelsey, maybe? Kelsey dating show. Catching Kelsey. It was 2016. Dude, he is like 40 pounds lighter. Just it's crazy. It's funny. So yeah, like that's another reason I thought, like, all right, well, maybe this is all horseshit. Maybe this is just like when celebrities get together. This Pat's gonna pull this one out. Nice.
Dear God.
Nice. Get out of here, Pittsburgh. So, but yeah, it's I thought it was bullshit at first, but like I said, the only thing I've heard about Jackson Mahomes is the lawsuit he's got going on. He was accused of sexual harassment. He was on tape. Did you see that? At some bar, trying like forcefully like kissing the bar owner or manager.
He's such a piece of shit.
Oh God, he's big time.
Well, and you know what? And
it's good he's out of the picture.
And even fuck, I'm blanking on Mahomes' first name. The quarterback, Patrick Mahomes. Dude, have you seen you have to have seen the videos. I've seen like little reels on Instagram where they put him and then they have Kenny Powers from Eastbound and Down.
That's amazing.
Dude, they sound exactly alike.
Dude, those got me. Those killed me.
Oh,
Spoon Man at my
exactly.
That was awesome. Fucking guy from Sound fucking Spoon Man.
But that's the thing. I mean, he's such a brosif, and it's just it's God. I
mean, when Mahomes first came out, when he was first drafted and everything, there were two things that came with him because he wasn't expected to be so good. Was his mom is just beautiful, and that was a big thing of the draft, and then all of a sudden it was like, have you heard this guy talk? And now nobody even thinks about his voice. It's just that's who he is. It's just becomes second nature. So it's time does a lot of things for people. Look at
Interesting. That's true.
He's still a murderer, but he's a legend.
I was just talking about him earlier today. I was talking about Norm Macdonald actually, and we were talking about how he got essentially kind of got the boot from Weekend Update because he wouldn't stop doing OJ jokes and and Michael Jackson jokes.
Well,
And,
it was all the OJ stuff. It wasn't the Michael. It
Yeah.
was all OJ and Les Moonves, the head of the network, was best buddies with OJ. That's why. And he's like, you can't be doing this. And Norm's like, dude, I'm not stopping. So he just kept going. He was awesome.
There was the one joke. It's all like, OJ had his book, and it's like, who really did it or whatever the fucking name. And he's on there. He's like, OJ Simpson released his book, and sales aren't going very well. So OJ's gonna stop doing what he does, stop doing the book, and go back to what he does best: killing people.
Well, yeah, one of the best lines he ever had was
fuck.
that he said, he's like, oh, and then they found a knit cap at the crime scene. And when they reached out to OJ for comment, he said, hey, that's my lucky stabbing hat. So Norm was the best.
Fuck.
Norm,
I need to watch
amazing.
Dirty Work again.
Oh, I love that movie.
Dude, okay.
Love that movie.
So let's talk about Dirty Work for a moment.
All right, let's
Okay.
go. We're in the Villiger segment still.
So how fucked up is it that in Dirty Work you have Norm Macdonald that's dead,
Yep.
you have Chris Farley that's dead, and you have
Yep.
Bob Saget that's dead, but yet Artie Lang is still around.
Yep. And you have
with all the shit that Artie Lang has done to himself.
And Don Rickles was in that movie too. He's dead too.
You're right. So like you have all these other comedy geniuses. Now, granted, Farley was rough to himself. I mean, he did himself no favors. But
dude, Artie Lang stabbed himself.
I would say Artie Lang
stabbed himself.
Just a fucked up human being of like on all different levels. And yet he's around, but we've lost Norm Macdonald and we've lost all these other guys.
Have you ever followed the Stern Show at all? Have you ever listened?
It used to be on in St. Louis back when I was in high school, and I would listen to it then. But like realistically, no, I haven't. It went off. When did it went off at some point here in St. Louis, and then he went and did his satellite radio deal.
Yeah,
and I've never done satellite radio, so no, I don't really follow the Stern Show.
Like his longtime friend, they just lost a big piece of it from that show the other day. Ralph, do you remember?
Yeah,
Ralph?
You messaged me about that.
Yeah, Ralph Cifarella. I mean, that's just a bummer. And he it's funny because like Ralph was outlived by all these other whack packers like Jeff the Drunk, High Pitch Eric, Beetlejuice. I love Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice is the best. Like you just don't like how the hell are all these people outliving him?
Yeah,
outlive these people, but it's such is life. But yeah, Artie Lang, I love Artie. I used to be a huge fan. I've seen
I'm not wishing him
times.
dead. I'm just saying
I
it's
know.
like I want to clarify that. I'm not wishing him dead. I'm just saying how fucked up is it that with everything he's done to himself, he's still around, but we've lost all these other guys.
I'm with you. Yeah, and
I don't know.
And he made his bones off of Norm.
Oh yeah,
like Norm was his boy.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
God,
well, that's been the Villiger segment, I guess, right? That was a long one.
Yeah, exactly. That was a long one, but that's all right. So, anyway, so yeah, I'd either have to switch buttons to play your commercial, or we could just do it, that way, or just do it casually. When are you going to get me the new commercials?
So you keep saying that, and that's another thing. You mentioned, he's going to get one of a gal he knows or a lady friend he knows. And I never told you that I was going to get somebody.
You told me you were going to find some lady friend.
I was going to get somebody who does it. Somebody who doesn't. Not somebody I know.
Whatever. Get somebody to do it. You got to get you recorded it. You did.
Yeah,
you recorded but that's what you said. I've never heard him.
It's awful. But anyways, so we'll get it. I'll get it done. I've got so much other shit on my plate that I'm going through right now, and I'm trying to build up, and it's good stuff, man. I mean, going into the box, I have, finally started. I'm starting to work with somebody that is going to get me. The cigars are going to get a lot better.
Okay.
A lot better. Not that they're bad now. I think they're great now.
Yeah.
They're just going to get better. They're going to be more of the things that you want to get that tend to be regional,
Yeah.
Not a lot of stuff you're going to be able to really get online.
Okay.
stuff you'll see in shops. And I don't want to say it's boutique stuff, but it's well known. They're all well known names. We talk about them on. You guys talk about these brands all the time.
Good.
So we're going to start throwing that in the mix. Just had Black Friday. We had our best deal ever.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to talk about the past now, but dude, so many people, so many new members took advantage of that deal. It was awesome. I'm excited to have them aboard. I mean, they've got a deal. They got a badass deal. And then coffee's going crazy. It's been a good month. Santa sauce is flying.
You should be happy. You should be happy.
I am.
Instead of you should be happy because you're making fun of me talking about my lady friend. But my lady friend has got me to the point that I'm probably drinking coffee 4 days out of the 7 per week now.
That's the reason you're drinking coffee?
Well, she got me going with it, and it's like, yeah,
that's good.
yeah,
good for her.
She's a coffee drinker, so so it's one of those things. She's like, you have a coffee pot. I'm like, yeah, I got a coffee pot. She's like, you have coffee. I'm like, I get this fucking coffee.
Well, let's send her some fucking
and so here we go. So yeah, that's
ask her to pick something out. Let me know.
Okay.
But yeah, it's so that's the Santa sauce, man. The Christmas blend is flying off the shelf, and it's not a Christmas blend like you think. It's not a pine tree. It's not a peppermint thing.
Not a candy cane.
That candy cane one. That was a dud. But
I liked making. I think I mentioned that when I had Garofalo on the show. I was like, I probably got some candy cane shit this year.
Yeah. Garofalo, Dave got some. He bought the K cups, and we had a bunch in the studio. When I did the show there, he bought some for the studio. Studio audience was having it. It was awesome. Like it was cool.
That's when you were talking about the super breakfast blend, the breakfast blend
blend plus, and that since I've been on that show, that sale has kicked up. A lot more people are buying that. It's a breakfast blend with a little extra caffeine because it's got extra Robusto beans, and Robusto beans tend to have more caffeine content. So that's it's not that you're putting
like a Robusto cigar. It's a littler bean, but it's got more juice to it.
Well, you should see like coffee plants are similar to tobacco plants. It's pretty cool.
Oh yeah,
it's crazy. But you pick
I think it's Oscar on his farm in Honduras when they're not. They'll do coffee as well as tobacco, like on the farm. Yeah,
he's in a good area for it. So
yep.
Yeah, it's so the coffee has been going great, and that's obviously fucking good coffee. And let's give the parishioners, anybody who listens, let's give them a deal right now.
Okay. Oh, we got a deal. We got a deal.
You got any soundboard stuff?
No, I don't. Actually, all my buttons are already assigned. But aside from the normal standing deal of using offer code PULPIT, PULPIT, to get free shipping on your first box on mymonthlycigars.com, you can now get whatever deal Nick's about to say.
So this is parishioners only. I'm not advertising it anywhere. So you go to fuckinggoodcoffee.com, FAHKinggoodcoffee.com. You put a 12-ounce bag of Daily Press in your cart. You put a 12-ounce bag of lounge coffee in your cart. You put a $10 gift card in your cart. You purchase all that, and the gift card is free.
Oh, that's nice.
So basically, you're getting yourself $10 off right there, which is pretty good percentage already. So yeah, so that's, you got to put all three in the cart, and then excuse me, of course you got to use a code. The code is just parishioners. PARISHIONERS, parishioners. And that's going to go, that ends Friday, December 15th at midnight.
You spelled that really fast. I'm impressed.
Yeah, I'm pretty good.
I'm just saying, I would have had to. I can spell when I'm like writing it, but I can't. But like to verbalize it out, I'm really bad at that. I was never good at spelling bees. Anyway, so I'm sorry. Yeah. When does that end again?
December 15th, next Friday, midnight.
There you go.
Parishioners.
Okay, guys.
Yep.
You got a week to get your free gift card that you can use for future coffee purchases.
Absolutely, and that's on the fucking goodcoffee.com website, not on MMC.
You go. Yeah.
So
okay,
the deal's not
perfect.
There. It's only on the coffee website. And while you're there, get Santa sauce. Get that Santa sauce. I'm telling you, you will like it. It's
describe the Santa sauce.
What it sounds like. Okay. So the Santa sauce is a blend. Give me a second. I
Okay.
want to make sure
I
I'm
put you on the
100%
spot. I put you on the spot.
That's all right. So
So
the Santa sauce is not what like we were talking about the candy cane stuff,
yeah.
right? So we were saying like, oh, it's you get the candy cane and it's a
And that seems
pepperminty.
I was just about to go so blue, and I
Yeah,
chose
no,
not.
don't do
I
that.
pulled back. I pulled back.
So it's a
Mrs.
blend.
Claus likes the Santa sauce too.
Ugh.
Anyway,
It's not that it doesn't look like that either. It's
oh
not good.
good.
So
Ugh. It's like a coffee mate.
ugh, nasty.
Anyway, all right, Santa sauce. What is the
So
actual legit Santa?
So it's a blend of medium dark roast coffees from Central and South America. So it's not a coffee that is like we said, like it's not a spicy thing. You're not having a pine tree. Don't think gingerbread Christmas flavored. It's not a flavored coffee. So it's a legit coffee, just like the lounge coffee is designed to go with any cigar. It's not cigar flavored. I've had
Okay.
people ask me that in the past. It's not cigar flavored. It's designed to go and to pair well with any cigar. So this the Santa sauce, it's an awesome blend. Picks them up. Highly recommend it. And it's a cool name, and people. It's a good conversation starter.
There you go. That's nice.
Yeah. Yes, and get whatever. Buy a bag of everything. Buy you there. Who the hell knows?
Hey, you never know what your new favorite's gonna be.
Try them all. Try
There
them
you
all.
go.
What's a buy them all, or catch them all? Pokemon.
Yeah.
Catch 'em all.
Pokemon. Yeah, gotta catch them all.
I don't know. I don't know if they're serious. They are.
What the fuck?
Wasn't that's a Pokemon guy spending thousands of dollars on the app?
Oh, the
You know what I'm
Pokemon
talking
cards.
about.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about. Okay. Yeah, I was like, wait, what?
How'd you
Oh,
like
fuck.
my reel last week of you just not totally botching
Oh, I
that Juan
fucking
Valdez
whipped the
joke?
Juan Valdez joke. I
We
was so
went over it
pissed.
literally like
Dude,
2 hours before.
well, yeah, because I literally said that to you earlier in the day, and you were like, "Oh, you got to say that on the show. You got to say," it. And I was like,
It
"All
was a
right,
home
fine,
run.
I'll do it." Dude, and I had it, and it was right there, and I just, as soon as the moment hit, I was like, my brain just went, "Pew," and I just could not
the crickets
remember.
on Dave made me
Oh, I
laugh
know.
to myself. That was good.
Well, I don't feel quite as bad because Dave didn't remember his name either. I had to Google it,
No,
but
yeah. I just don't think
yeah.
you knew what you're talking about. But yeah, I hear you.
You need a
But that was good.
donkey.
I need a donkey.
You need a donkey. You could be like
That's
Arnold Juan Valdez. You could have your own
copyright,
donkey.
man. I'm not gonna. That's a copyright infringement, basically.
Well, get another animal.
We got the Fat King.
Yeah.
Got
What
the
could he
king
be?
himself.
What could he be riding?
One of those coin operated horses.
Oh my God! There you go.
That would be awesome.
Get like a satchel and get like one of those coin operated horses and just get a picture. There you go. Just load the. That's what you do. You load the coin operated horse up with like a satchel of beans and you just walk next to it. I don't know if I ever want to see you making that motion in the camera like that again. That was
lady listeners. Listeners, tune in now on the video side. You get
I had Trey Mac doing the the whatever the last time, and then now now this. It's like this is starting to get to be a lot here.
Yeah. Well, kudos, man. That the show with Dave was excellent. It was awesome. You guys touched on some things that you and I have kind of texted and talked back and forth on the social media aspects.
Yeah, you got fucked over by YouTube too.
Yeah, not as bad as they did. I mean, I was
well, no.
I had one. I had a Aladino, one of my sticks, one of Luke's reviews. My stick's 35 millimeter. I just did a video, a quick YouTube short of his review, like quick tidbits of it.
Yeah,
and they took
not
that
even
thing
promoting
down.
where to sell it or anything like that.
Just the review,
or where to buy it, not to where to sell it. You know,
and the key to all of it that got me was they said we think it violates our policies. How do you think it violates policies? How do you not know your own policy? You just take it down? I mean, it doesn't make
I know.
sense.
I know.
But
On the
then
flip,
I sent you what I sent you. I sent you that I
oh
somehow
yeah,
I
the
caught
job listing.
YouTube's hiring people to monitor videos to follow their policies.
Mm-hmm.
They're paying 250,000 plus for people to sit at home, watch videos on YouTube, and if they don't think that they follow the policy, they flag them and cut them
You
off.
know, I wonder if I could apply for that and get the job, and then I could go on there and eliminate the competition for the various cigar podcasts. Just be like, you have to listen to the pulpit because we're the only one left.
Or you just pump everything out. I mean, you don't touch the cigars,
That's true.
you know?
I know.
I mean, I saw an article today. I posted it on Twitter or X. Sorry, it's from I think MSNBC talking about how these undercover this undercover team found Meta giving. You okay?
Oh, retro hail in the last little final third here. It's picked up. There's some definite spice going. Ooh, it's lingering. Spice
Nice.
It's good. I'd
But
still say that it's a solid. It's gotten to
it's a
be
medium.
more of a medium, but it's
Yeah.
it's still Anyway, sorry.
But yeah, so Meta was found. This
X
undercover
Meta.
group found Meta, and there's a lawsuit now against them that they found they were giving a platform not on purpose, but it wasn't flagged, it wasn't found for sex trafficking, child porn
Whoa.
on Meta. That's Instagram and Facebook. I
Yep.
mean, though that Meta, I'll say here, fuck Meta, fuck
Yeah.
Zuckerberg. That I totally understand that's their platform. We decide to be on it, and they kind of got you by the balls,
Yeah,
but not anymore.
but if they're going to
It's not
restrict
happening.
us and not restrict freaking child,
Correct.
porn and whatever else, come on.
Well, that's what I said.
Yeah.
I said, oh, they must have been too busy taking down cigar videos.
Now, and I will say this: this is where it's a complicated argument. At some point, we're going to have to start trying to decide if social media is a private enterprise or a utility. And what I mean by that is right now they are exempt. It's like it's section what is it? 230?
Something like the journalist thing, like you guys did, right?
Yeah. So like if I print a letter to the editor in my paper and it says Nick Gervais, fucks donkeys.
Hey.
And you see
allegedly.
You see that, you can sue me, and it's called liable by abstentia or something like that. Basically, because I printed it without verifying it, because I printed it, you can not only go after the writer if you so choose, but more than likely you're not going to because they probably don't have anything. You're going to come after the place that printed it. In this case, it'd be me. Well, Facebook, Twitter, all the rest of them, they're under this exemption under the government that allows them to not be held responsible for shit that you post on their website. So if they're not responsible, then I mean, I don't see how you can then turn around and let them govern themselves. They're either I would feel like if that's the case, you're starting to fall under like like a utility,
Right. Well,
something that's open for everybody and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Whereas they're getting the benefits of being a utility without having to have the drawbacks of it, and
yeah,
I don't know. It's
I
crap.
hear you saying. Well, here's the thing about social media. We can talk about how bad it is for shit like this, right?
Mhm.
It's gonna, the algorithms are gonna suppress cigar content, which they do. There's no way around it. We've seen the numbers. You and I reviewed numbers. It's absolutely asinine how they only show your followers, your stuff.
I updated my media kit this week.
Mhm.
And I can tell you that in terms of Instagram followers, from September of 2022 to today, I am flat.
Yep.
I mean, flat.
Because nobody except your current followers at that time is seeing your content. So everybody out there that's on Instagram, Twitter, guys, share this stuff because your friends are gonna see your stuff,
Yep.
right? So they may not know what My Monthly Cigars is. They may not know what fucking good coffee is. Well, coffee's a little different, but they may not know what the cigar pulpit is. But if you share that, just put it in your stories.
Yep.
That's all I say. Put it just share it to your stories. Put the mention of the cigar pulpit, My Monthly Cigar. That's it, because it'll go away. It doesn't have to stay on your profile because that's what a lot of people
20,
are worried
24
about.
hours,
That's
it's
it.
gone.
And you know what? It's going to be your followers seeing it. That's really the only way around it for us right now to get the word out. So, but that's across the cigar industry. And I'm not just talking about us, I'm talking about everybody. If you want to do your part in helping us, the cigar industry, grow on these platforms, that's the best way to do it, is to share the great content that you're enjoying, because you're the only one seeing it. If you're not following me, if you're not following the pulpit, you're not seeing this. 99.90, I would say 95% chance you're not seeing this.
And I would
The
also
numbers
go
show it.
and I would also go so far as to say too that even of the audience that you and I have,
Mhm.
only a small percentage of that is seeing it. Like I know on Facebook, for example, if you have like a business page,
Yep.
if you post, and it doesn't have to be cigars, it could be, I mean, it could be the coffee, it could be whatever, it could be a boutique salon, down the
Mhm.
street. If you post something to your page, I think at most 16% of your audience sees it.
It's crazy.
And they want you to boost it. They want you to pay to boost that post in order for the rest of your audience to see it.
Yep.
But you and I, for cigars, we don't have that luxury. They don't want to allow us to do that, so they don't let us pay to boost posts and that sort of thing. So we don't have that luxury. So only a small percentage of our audience is even seeing what we're putting out. And I can tell when somebody hasn't seen me for a while and they come along, because then I'll have like 9 likes on 9 different posts all in a row. And it's like they're going back and, checking things out. And,
yeah, they finally caught one and they went, oh,
yeah. And then they're like,
been?
oh, yeah, he's been gone for a while. Where's he been? Yeah, exactly.
And the other screwed up thing with Meta, we can't, you can't advertise all this stuff. Yet every time I put a post on Facebook, they go, hey, do you want to boost this and reach
I know
5,000 people? No. Why? So you can shut my ass down? Like, no, you don't allow it. Why would you even put it out there? So your algorithm is screwed up in that sense.
Yet somehow, and I do not understand this, and I've been saying this for years now, and I'm still seeing the fucking ads. Somehow or another, Cigar Aficionado still can buy ads on Facebook and Instagram promoting subscriptions to their magazines.
They'll put up a picture of Santa Claus smoking a cigar and drinking a whiskey. Yep.
I do not understand how they get away with it, whereas
because
like
it's a lifestyle
the rest of
magazine.
us can't. It has cigar literally in the title.
They're a lifestyle magazine because we went over this before. This is the only way I can think of it as they're allowed. Why they're allowed? They're a lifestyle magazine over a cigar magazine. That's how they present themselves. Because if you look at that, there's probably 75% lifestyle, 25% cigars.
I don't disagree with that, but I'm saying if you're gonna, you still have cigar in the title, literally in the title,
right? But here's the other thing, because I got a slap on the wrist when I first started on Facebook with MMC. I put a shirt, just a shirt, as an ad. They took it down. They shut down the ad account. They said it's because it leads to a website that sells tobacco.
So their website leads to a website that sells magazines.
Correct. So they're a lifestyle magazine and they don't sell tobacco. That's the only 2 things I can think of why it's allowed.
Interesting.
It's the only thing that makes sense, to me.
Yeah.
So, but still, because if I had a shop that was just like, because you see these, I smoke cigars and know things, like all those shirts.
Yeah.
Those are just T-shirt shops. Those are okay because those are ads, right?
Yeah.
So that's the only thing I can think of. It's out of control, and so in my opinion, Twitter and X is the next place for cigar content. It's awesome right now. I get so much more exposure there with 10% of the following that I have on
Yeah.
Instagram. So, but let me go back real quick to social media in general, right? So we're talking about social media, all the bad things, all these negative things. But what we need to really focus on, the fact is that this is free advertising.
Oh,
Social
completely.
media is free. There's nothing else like this. We're not buying magazine ads. We're not buying newspaper ads. No offense, but
I get it.
you understand it, right? I mean,
Yeah.
we can't. We just got to take it for what it is. We have a choice whether or not to use it and post
And
on it,
and
and that's it.
right now, I mean, it is their ball game. If they want to tell us that we can't play, then they kind of have the right to do that.
YouTube has the right to knock your off the platform, to take down the videos. Facebook has the right to block your ad account or put you in timeout on Instagram. Like, they have that right, but the shitty part is that these are accounts that are geared towards adults, have adult content, and I saw legit 2 weeks ago, legit porn on Facebook in the reels. It wasn't nudity, but one video was like just girl chest up. You knew what she was doing, like you knew exactly what she was doing and what was going on off screen. And then there was another one. There was a group of people talking about like blowjobs and stuff. It was, what the hell? How is this allowed? Yet
Right.
these leaves are no good, no bueno.
I know.
So
It's a bizarre world.
Go
Bizarre
to
world we
X.
live in.
Go to X. You're allowed to post on there. I mean, we're not making false claims. We're not,
No.
giving conspiracy theories. We're just sharing the love for the leaf, and X
Exactly.
is doing it. And I've showed you the numbers. I'm getting far more traction than Instagram and Facebook. I'm doing that on Twitter. And the other thing is, with social media now, the way it is compared, because trust me, I've taken this deep dive lately in the past couple months. Social media now it doesn't matter about your followers unless you're on Meta. Okay.
Okay.
It's not followers, it's reach. The problem with Meta and Instagram and Facebook is that your reach is only allowed to those who follow you. So if you go to X, you could have 10 followers. You go to TikTok, you have 10 followers. You have one follower. You post one thing, explode. You could explode off of one picture, one video, one comment, whatever, because it's exposure. They're not throttling you back. That's the difference between Meta and X and TikTok and all that stuff.
Interesting.
They're pushing us down. They're not showing our content to anybody except so. Dude, how many times have you seen lately, compared to in the past on Instagram? They show you hashtags of somebody you don't follow. They just show you the hashtag cigars, and they show somebody's picture who hashtag. They don't show those anymore.
No, they don't do that.
Those
anymore.
aren't there. So share content on Instagram and Facebook, guys. Share the content. The share button is there. That's you doing your due diligence to help the industry grow, move forward, and get these. How many good cigars are out there that can't advertise in Cigar Aficionado? Can't do all these things.
That's
the best way to do it.
Purely financial. Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah, but I mean that's the thing. They're not the big players. They're not the Davidoffs, etc. And nothing against them. Sure, it's capitalism.
Oh, dude, if you've got the money in the marketing budget, I mean, buy more. More power to you if you want to.
But not everybody does. It's a cottage industry. It's. I mean, look, we need to spread more awareness about it, and it's not like we're gearing it towards kids.
No,
and all the studies are showing the kids don't even smoke cigars, and it's wild. We could go on for hours, but just share, guys. That's all I'm asking. Share the pulpit when it comes out. Just put it on your story in Instagram. Put it on your story on Facebook.
Exactly. Well,
in terms of Instagram, you don't have to do that. Let me tell you. Hold on. Stop.
Oh God.
We're gonna keep going on this. You don't even have to do that. On Instagram, set it up so that your Instagram account connects to your Facebook account, where if you post a story on your Instagram, it automatically posts that same thing on your Facebook story. One click, 2 spots. You've
Done.
done more than you know.
Well,
All right,
in
rant,
terms
rant's
of it,
over.
in terms of Instagram, I'm on there at the Cigar Pulpit. And then in terms of Facebook, I have a Facebook page, but then also we have the Pulpit Parishioners group that you can join, and that's where you get to vote until end of day today, Friday the 8th, for the top 10 cigars of 2023, as voted by you, the parishioners. And then I am on Twitter/X, and then YouTube until they decide to come and strike me down. And then that's kind of where I'm at. So
say what you want.
And
about
also
Elon. You know that he's letting it go. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And then the other thing is head on over to cigarpulpit.com. I've said it before. I have been working to build up an email newsletter again, or again, I did one. So whatever. Yeah. So
the aliens. What? I'll never do it. They heard you say newsletter. They're like, oh, we're finally here.
Anyway, if you want to get in on that list, if you haven't already, head on over there and you can sign up for that. And I won't spam you. I promise. I don't have time to spam you.
Nope. No spam.
And you're available.
I'm taken.
It's not what I meant.
Yeah, My Monthly Cigars and fucking good coffee everywhere. Guys, I'm asking, just go to, I don't ask a lot. Like, I don't want to beg. I never beg. Go to Twitter, because once Meta decides to shut everybody down, and really, really block us out, you're going to be missing out. You don't know where to find people. You're not going to know where to find the Pulpit. You're not going to know where to find My Monthly Cigars. Go to X and follow us there too. So, and then don't forget, Parishioners is the coupon code for at fucking good coffee. Go fuckinggoodcoffee.com. Put a bag, 12-ounce bag each of Daily Press, Lounge Blend, Lounge Coffee, and then a $10 gift card. And then the gift card will be free.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
That's it. I'm done. I'm off
there you
my
go.
meta blasting. I could go on all day. I hate it.
That's good. We can cut that off.
Cut
it.
Fuck it. We'll do it live.
I think we have.
We did. We did it live.
Anyway,
get your votes
Nick, I enjoyed the Alec Bradley, whatever the hell that was. It was a super long name. I don't have it in front of me anymore. There you go.
B15.
Post Embargo B15. Yeah, it was good. I liked it.
Look at the smoke, Nick. Look at the smoke.
Just wafting right out of there.
It just goes boom.
Meanwhile, mine kept blowing directly at the camera lens, and so it was like looking really thick in here a couple different times. But
let's see where that goes.
Similar to that.
Woo! Oh, yeah, there it is. Fire rises.
There you go.
I got my vent here. Got everything. I'm good, man. So let's get the hell out of here.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much for taking time out. I appreciate it. And it's good to chat again. It's been a while.
Thumbs up
God,
on the video.
you did it again.
That's why I did it. I did it again. Do it again.
How do you do that?
I don't know, man. It's I think you have to have talent. I have no idea.
I don't know.
Like I said, it says you could raise your hand. I'm doing this now. It says you're raising your hand. There's a clock. There it goes. Let's see. Oh, there it is.
So weird.
Now weird, right? Oh, your hand is raised. Lower it. Go on.
Oh,
yeah.
I'm trying to
I could click it. Like, hey, I have a question.
That's so weird. Okay.
Yeah. Well, everybody who's listening.
I was gonna say, well, guys, this has been another sermon from the Cigar Pulpit. I'm Nick.
And I'm the donkey in Arnold's house. I'm not.
Stay safe and stay smoky.
Did I ever tell you how I hate Meta?
I think I heard.
I met Bill Burr.
Yeah, I definitely fucking heard that. So,
but yeah, we didn't talk on that. That was awesome. Ask the Boys. That worked out perfectly.
Yeah.
My calls for Ask the Boys.
Yeah.
I knew you were gonna bitch. You're gonna like say something snarky.
And I did.
Oh,
And then
man,
you came
it's
right in with that second call, just like,
too good.
and now you're bitching and blah, blah.
Man,
Yep. No, you timed that out well.
I'm just hurting myself, patting myself on the back here.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure.
Hey, Pat's one.
I'm sure.
Nice.
There you go. Well, guys, I'm gonna head inside and get this edited up for you to listen to in like, I don't know, an hour and a half. So anyway, take care.
Thanks. See you guys. Turn it off.
I did.
Turn it off.